what I want. It's what I'm looking for. Hello, my name's Rebecca and welcome to the video. You can probably tell from the title of this video that I'm going to be doing a 24-hour readathon. And if you've never watched a video like this before, I'm not going to be reading for 24 hours straight. I do have a timer here, and every time I read, I'm going to start the timer. I'm obviously going to take breaks for sleeping, for errands, and like working out and things like that, but I'm gonna read as much as I can in 24 hours. So I have a couple books I'm definitely going to be reading, even though I'm a mood reader. These are books I'm kind of in the middle of. The first two are physical books. There are ones here. The first one, I only have about 100 pages left, is Lady Macbeth, which is a dark, atmospheric book, kind of a retelling of Macbeth in Lady Macbeth's perspective. Very dark, very atmospheric. Another book that I am definitely going to be reading and finishing, I have like quite a bit left of it, is Death in Her Hands. And this is just kind of like a creepy psychological thriller. I'm on page like 65-ish, and it's kind of slow so far, but usually these types of like psychological thrillers are slow. The last one I am definitely for sure going to be reading / listening to is the third book in the Stormlight Archive series, that is Oathbringer. I am currently listening to it. It is 40 hours long, so I am not gonna finish it in this video, but my goal for that book is like to get through like 5 to 6 hours of that book during this readathon, because I'm trying to finish the whole series, or like the 4 books before the 5th one comes out in December. So I'm kind of rushing with these books. But I am a mood reader. I am feeling very much like spooky, dark, atmospheric, but also fantasy books. And I will be going to the library today, so there will be more options. But so far, my TBR is a few different books, and I'll go through them very, very quickly. This one is kind of like a cozy mystery. Another cozy mystery, a rich person thriller, a fantasy loosely based off Princess Bride, and a nonfiction book about death and dying. So there's that. I also have on my Libby The Familiar, which is like dark, atmospheric book. And then one I think I'm more likely gonna start listening to is Daisy Darker, which is like a classic kind of mystery book that is based on a mansion on the coast, which I love that trope. So those are those so far. I am going to go to the library. I have to drop off some books, so I probably will pick up some that I see. And then I am going to Sprouts to get some girl dinner, to get some snacks, to get some drinks for this 24-hour readathon. So let's get started. I went to the library, I went to Sprouts, I got some snacks. I am at time 23 hours in because I was listening to Daisy Darker, and this is like a classic, like a little bit cheesy, a couple of things are like a little bit on the nose. It's cute. It's like it's like a quick read. I feel like it's very Glass Onion. It's very dysfunctional rich family all stuck together in this mansion that becomes an island when the tide is high enough. That's been enjoyable. I am gonna be reading Lady Macbeth. I think I'm gonna try to finish it all in one sitting. I have maybe like 100 pages or more left. And then I have my snacks. I have carrots. I have these like crackers from Trader Joe's, this dark chocolate watermelon, and cheese. I'm drinking this. Just get really cozy and finish Lady Macbeth. We are at there's chai, like basically 2 hours in to 24 hours. And I just finished Lady Macbeth. It was very good. I think if you want something that's like, oh, very accurate to Macbeth, you probably won't like this. If you like very dark, like much darker than I thought was gonna be, atmospheric, Scottish, a little gory, and a dragon. A dragon came in 5 pages, like after I started reading again today, the dragon part came in. I'm not gonna give too many spoilers, but interesting. I would probably give it 4 stars. The one thing is the romance that was in it, I do wish there was like a little bit more build up, but I did enjoy the romance. I thought it was good. But if you're a big romance girly, it's not a bit, it's definitely like a subplot of the actual plot. I got kind of sleepy reading at home. It's almost 5 now. I am gonna bring my book and I'm gonna walk to a park here, and then on the walk over I'm gonna listen to the Daisy Darker book. Alright, I am back. Some lady sat next to me on the bench and she was like holding a picture really close to her chest. And you've read this? It felt like the main character in a lot of ways. But this book is honestly kind of boring and I'm reading it really slow. I'm not gonna DNF it, but I am grabbing another book and I think I'm gonna go like back and forth. And this is a nonfiction book. It is What Remains, Life, Death, and the Human Art of Undertaking. So it's a nonfiction book about the end of life and funeral homes and different types of things. So I'm gonna be going back and forth with these two tonight. It is now 6. I had some dinner. I have a feeling that the twist at the end is gonna be worth it, but it's just been a little slow for me and I'm not really liking the main character that much. So yeah, so I'm gonna get the most cozy, make some tea, probably get my pajamas and maybe finish this book. We shall see. Hello, good morning. It is Saturday morning. I finished Death in Her Hands last night and then I somehow lost the physical book. I gave it 2.5 stars. Honestly, it was slow. It was like an interesting read in terms of like thinking about like life and things and like what happened to this woman and like the character and like why this character is like so flawed. But honestly, it was such a bummer. If you're not in a good place and you're feeling a little bit depressed, I would not read this book. I'll be honest. So I'm gonna go to a coffee shop this morning to read at a coffee shop. I need to go soon. It's like 8:30 already, so we'll see. But I was reading This book, I'm not sure. I might DNF it. It's more of like a biography than like a story of like different types of ways to like have funeral ceremonies and things. I'm gonna try to grab another book to take to the coffee shop. I am feeling not really Emerald Sea right now, just at least not to take to the coffee shop. Maybe like a mystery. I know I do like the writing because I read the first book of this before, but I also know I like these tropes, so I'm kind of between these two. I might just bring both because they're pretty light, and then once I'm there, I can kind of catch the vibe.
To sound, the one that's coming from your mouth. Don't mean to turn it upside down. I really wanna hear you out. I can't know how it is to be where you so calmly sit when I'm further my own there.
Decided on this book. The Club, and honestly it's everything I want right now. It's just like it's like it's what I want, it's what I'm looking for. I think if you're into like reality TV, like Real Housewives, that kind of stuff, and also like thrillers, this is for you. It's not like the best writing in the world, but it's not bad writing, but it's like everything I want. This is perfect for Labor Day weekend, which is what it is right now. Oh, there's so much tea. So like mystery, murder mystery on an island, very exclusive. Characters are both celebrities and staff on the island, so I'm enjoying that a lot. There's actually more staff characters than there are like rich people characters, which is perfect. I went to charge after the coffee shop, and the charger was like right by the beach. There was seriously no one there. It's Labor Day weekend. It was like late morning, no one at the beach. So I think I'm gonna try to go to that beach on Monday, because I'm gonna try to do a little bit of like a beach day Monday. And there was parking, there was plenty of room, and there was also a lifeguard because I want to go swimming in the ocean before the end of the summer. I switched over to the Oathbringer, also enjoying that. Yeah,
part of it to just be, to really see something other.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is like, it's not, again, not well written, but like it's good. And I was reading the back. I'm a little bit over halfway through, and I was reading the back, and the wife of the author couple used to be the editorial director at Soho House. So I'm like, there might be actual tea in this, and she's just not naming specific names. So yeah, it's been pretty interesting so far. I'm just like having a good time. The one thing I will say about this readathon is like I have not had a moment with my thoughts. Take that with what you will. Yeah, it's been a little bit of like fogginess in terms of like, oh, I haven't had like a moment with my thoughts. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this. I think I got Jersey Mike's, so I enjoyed that, and I'm gonna finish this up and let you know my final thoughts.
To lean in, look around, open up.
I about halfway through the readathon. It is almost 6 p.m. on Saturday, and I just finished The Club by Ellery Lloyd. It was published in 2022. That's not super relevant. I gave it 3.75 stars. It was definitely like an easy, quick, good thriller. Like if you want just like a classic kind of thriller vibe, this is it, like murder mystery vibe. I will say there were definitely like loose ends, like the way one of the, like multiple people died in this. I don't think that's a spoiler, but the way one of them died, I was like, they didn't make any noise. Like, I don't know, the way like that kind of like was like pretty convenient, kind of was about it. And then also there was like maybe a little bit too much going on. I find that when there's like a lot of twists, then it feels like there's no twist. When there's like constantly a twist, it's just like not as entertaining than like one or two big twists. There's just like a lot of characters and each character had a twist. So I don't know, it was like less satisfying to me, but I really enjoyed it. I think this is a really good, like if you're on a vacation, airport, like a flight, something. Kind of reminded me of like Firefest, but if the Firefest actually sort of happened at least for a few days, and then there was a bunch of murders. So not really Firefest, but kind of. I'm going to switch to another book. I really don't know. I have an option in my car. I have my library holds, which maybe I'll go out to my car and get those and show you guys. All right, I'm back from the car and I have some options, and I was just looking at them and I think I might pick from this pile. So I have Self-Care, a novel which seems to be like, I don't know if it's a mystery. I have to look a little bit more into it, but it's very like wellness culture, Instagram culture, feels a similar vibe to The Club, which I'm liking this vibe. It's very like easy to read, very quick. We got Gone Girl, which if you've never seen Gone Girl, such a good movie. I've never read the book. It's like a psychological thriller. That's all I'm gonna say. This is Poor Dear. I love this cover. It's just a little too shiny because of the library. And I believe this is a little bit like atmospheric, semi-fantasy book, kind of feminism lens, I believe. I don't know. Good morning. I look like a mess because I literally is a little bit past 8. I already went to Pilates and then went to Trader Joe's to pick up some things, and I'm gonna go grab a coffee. I love the weather. If you can kind of tell, it's completely overcast, which is just the marine layer, but I love this weather. At least in California. In Seattle, it was like super depressing because it never went away for like 7 months. But here, I love this weather. I'm gonna get started on reading. I started I forget the name of it, but the Cozy Fantasy. Self-Care, I DNF'd after like 10 pages. I just couldn't do it. I really couldn't do it. But gonna be reading Cozy Fantasy. It's probably better because I have a pool party later today. So I don't know how much more. I have 10 hours left of the readathon, and I do have a pool party for like 4-ish hours today. So I don't know if I'm going to finish the readathon today. Good thing it's a 3-day weekend. So if I don't finish it today, I will definitely finish it tomorrow. But I really need to go get some coffee, and I think I'm going to make some protein chocolate chip banana pancakes for breakfast. All right, I have my protein pancakes with banana and chocolate chips. I know the whipped cream looks a little weird, but that's how I like it. And then I got dancing water, and then I added cinnamon to it. So this is like such a lovely breakfast. I'm eating a bigger breakfast than I normally would on a Sunday because the pool party I'm going to is unlimited tacos. So I want to eat like enough right now, not have lunch, and then for pool party I'm going to eat as many tacos as I possibly can. So I'm gonna have this while I'm listening to Daisy Darker. Not, it's fine. It's fine. It's not like the most interesting book. The murder has just happened, so that's fun, and it's on Halloween, so that's fun. But yeah, I'll eat this. I'm gonna eat this now. My like whipped cream is melting, so I'll see you guys in a bit.
If I could give you more than half an ear, if I could give you more than half an ear.
Hello, I am back from the pool party. I did not read at all at the pool party. I thought maybe there'd be like, I don't know. I'm more of an introvert, so I was like, oh, a party is where everyone just chills in their own seats and loungers and like reads their own books. So I brought a book to a pool party, which I didn't read, and I actually socialized with people. So I haven't read too much. I have been listening to Daisy Darker. I still have 6 hours and 20 minutes left of the readathon. I'm going to read the rest of tonight. It's 5:30, so I'm not gonna be, let me do some quick math, probably not gonna finish the readathon tonight, but I'll get close. And yeah, I did go swimming. It was very fun. The video I showed was like before the party got started, and I didn't want to like show anybody like in their swimsuits and stuff on YouTube. So showed you the amazing pool. But yeah, now I'm so tired. And I definitely, reading and some tea sounds fantastic right now. It is Monday morning. It is a holiday. So I'm continuing the rest of the 4 hours of the readathon. I've been listening to 2 audiobooks. That's why I haven't really like finished much recently. I'm gonna focus on my physical book, Twilight Falls, that I can finish by the end of the readathon. So I'm gonna be doing that. I'm going to a coffee shop that's in like a plant nursery. Wow, it's really dark in here. So I'm heading over that to there now. Hopefully I can get a table. If not, we'll go somewhere else and read. But we're gonna finish it off. 4 hours left today. Going hard.
I hit the brakes, throw stones into a quiet lake. What is it you're really saying? I turn the thoughts to little waves, space on either side of every single word I write. I found you in another line. Notice all the time it takes to just be, to really see something other than just me. To lean in, look around, open up to the sound. If I could give you more than half an ear, if I could give you more than half an ear.
And we are done with the readathon. Apologize for how I look. It is quite hot today. But I did finish Twilight Falls by Juno Black. It was honestly perfect for fall. I did give it like 3.75 just because it wasn't like, you know, the most interesting plot, but it was really there for the vibes. So I really enjoyed it. I did feel a little tired towards the end of the readathon. I don't think I'll be doing this a lot just because 24 hours is quite a lot of reading, at least for me. But I did get through quite a few books. So I almost made it through Daisy Darker. I will finish that later this week. That book is like a little cheesy, I find. I'm not DNFing it, but I am finding it a little bit like Scooby-Doo cheesy for my taste. And then I made it through to 35 hours left of Oathbringer, which is impressive. I am up back to where I need to be to finish Oathbringer this month. So we are there. And the readathon did really help me get back into the Stormlight Archive series. I was feeling a little bit bored of it. It's not a bad book, but it is just like so very long. And there are some characters that I don't find as interesting as others. So that's been good. I've had a really great readathon process so far. I finished like the most amount of books this month as I have in like since COVID, I think. So that's definitely a success. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.